Hi everyone, welcome to Dawn Till Dusk Tarot. In today's video, we are going to be finding out what you can expect in the week ahead. And I have 3 piles here for you today. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And I already did the readings, I already recorded them, and I just want to say that this week got very specific. So I really hope that you clicking on this video, you finding this message for yourself, I really hope that this message was meant to find you, because I believe that it will offer you the clarity that you need for these specific situations in your life. So please really take as much time as you need to choose a pile here today. And with that being said, let's just get right into the video. Thank you very much for watching. Hi Group 1, if you chose pile 1, then this is your message. And we are going to be talking about what you can expect in the week ahead. So we will start by laying out your tarot cards here. And we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the Justice card. For the Romance Angels, we have This Could Be the One from the Moonology Oracle. A Fiery Climax Approaches. And the Wisdom Oracle, Higher Power. Okay, so I see the Justice card showing up for you because you have felt that you deserve something that hasn't been working out for you yet. And I believe you have been waiting for this for a while. And with the other cards I see here, this is probably to do with another person. So maybe you've just been really waiting on somebody to come into your life and make you happy and just give you a relationship that you deserve, that you've been wanting. And like I said, you've just been waiting for that for so long. And you've been very careful to not just accept the first person that comes along, which that's great. If you have the strength to do that it's not just like you get so lonely you just allow anybody into your life because it's better than nothing. That's what a lot of people get in a bad habit of doing, and then it always ends up bad, because if we just let anybody into our lives and we care about them and it's not the right person for us, it usually ends, not in the best way. It can break our heart. It can just turn out not how we thought it was going to. But you have had the strength and just the ability to recognize when something isn't right for you or someone isn't right for you and it's just not a good match. You can recognize that, and you just don't even allow that into your life. It could be because you've had relationships that you overlooked red flags in the beginning, and you learned from doing that that's not going to serve you very well in the end, because if you overlook red flags, which are things that you should look at the beginning of a relationship, if somebody's showing you things that make you feel kind of uneasy or just not great about pursuing the relationship, but you go on with it anyway, that's not the right way to go about having a healthy relationship, really. So you learned that lesson in a past relationship, a past experience that you had. So you're no longer allowing yourself to just let anybody in. And from what I see, that's finally going to pay off, because with this Four of Swords, this is very much about working out with somebody. It's about waiting for the right person to come along, a soulmate energy actually, and just letting that person come into your life naturally. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to overlook qualities that you can see are probably not the best for you. They're not going to match up with what you are looking for in a partner. You don't have to overlook anything like that, because this is somebody that you are going to be compatible with, and you're just going to meet this person and say, finally, this is why I have been waiting for so long and turning down possible other opportunities that just didn't feel quite right, because I knew that there was this better, higher love for me, and now it's finally here, and I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it. I've just been waiting, and now it's finally here, and that's great. I see too with the Ten of Pentacles that this is just going to be an extremely good situation for both of you. Not only is this person going to be what you have been waiting for, but they have been waiting for somebody like you as well. Because the fact that it's a soulmate energy means that you will have a lot in common. So I see this person being in the same boat as you. They have been probably through a lot. They have been through relationships that didn't work out because they overlooked things that they shouldn't have, just because that's what people tend to do. You know, you try to look for the best in people, especially people that you want to start a relationship with. That's totally understandable, and I think that you and this person both did that, and then you realized that wasn't going to work for you because you were looking for a real long-term commitment with somebody, and starting off a relationship already having to overlook things about a person doesn't usually lead to that great long-term love that we're looking for. But this person understands that it takes time to find that person, and it takes picking and choosing who you allow to be in your life. And the fact that you both understand that, you will just match up so well, and you both have this emotional maturity that you need to be fully committed to each other and be happy with that. So this is going to be a relationship unlike any that either of you have ever had, and you're both just going to know it's what you have been waiting for. It's what you've been cutting out all of these other people to get to, so that you can find each other. And that is only backed up by this card. This really reinforces the fact, because it says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Now, as far as already having met them, that could mean literally that you have met them in this life. And this isn't somebody that you've ever dated before. It's not somebody that you've ever had a relationship with in any capacity. But the fact that this is definitely a soulmate energy means that this relationship that you have with this person has probably spanned over many lifetimes. So this saying that you've already met them, that doesn't even necessarily mean that you have met them in this life. This could also just indicate that when you meet this person for the first time in this life, It will feel like you have known them for a very long time because you have. It just has been in other lives that you have been with this person. That's how usually a soulmate relationship works, and that's why your souls reconnect in this life when you start trying to get on the right path romantically. Um, that is how we end up getting to meet our soulmate, is when we stop settling for just whatever comes our way and we look for that higher love. That gives the universe the opportunity to actually be able to introduce us to that right person that you may have met in this life, or you may not have, but you've definitely had a connection with this person in many lives before. It's definitely a soulmate energy. That card just really, really enforces that fact. So this says a fiery climax approaches. Now, this really could just mean that it's going to be soon that you meet this person, and that's great news. This also indicates that you are going to be feeling very intense emotions with this person. And I don't know if maybe in the past, when you felt intense emotions for somebody, it ended up turning out badly. It ended in heartbreak, so maybe you regretted feeling that strongly for that person or whatever the situation is. But this is just letting you know that with this right person, with this soulmate energy, those strong emotions that you're going to feel, and it could possibly be very quickly too, that's okay here. Like, with this person, they're going to feel just as strongly for you because this is the person that you have both been waiting for. It's not like you've been waiting for somebody for so long that you're going to just cling to them and they don't feel the same and it's going to hurt you in the end. That's not going to happen this time. This time, it's going to be a very reciprocated love, and as strongly as you feel for this person, that's how strongly they're going to feel for you. So, when you do feel those strong emotions, and I believe it will be very soon, just let that happen. Let yourself finally be free, because you have been here for a while waiting for this right person, cutting out things that aren't right for you, and you're very strong. So have the strength to recognize that when this soulmate energy comes along, those strong emotions that you will feel and that you'll want to open yourself up to, they'll be good this time. So just, you'll be able to recognize that this person is definitely your soulmate, because it's going to feel very different to you than when you just meet anybody else, really. So the higher power card it's about getting out of your own way and letting a higher power take over whatever situation it is you're dealing with. So this definitely has to do with this relationship that's coming along, and this connection that you're going to have with this person. It is very much guided by whatever higher power it is that you believe in, whether it be the universe or God or whatever it is that you believe. This relationship is guided by that. This person is coming into your life at the exact moment that it's right for both of you. So whatever past issues or insecurities or even relationships you may have been hanging on to, both of you have cleared all of that out, and you're both really ready for something brand new and something very healthy and very deep and committed. And the fact that you're finally both ready for that, the universe has been waiting for both of you to be ready. So either one or both of you were hanging on to something that you should have let go already. And that's perfectly understandable. A lot of times, if we're deeply emotional people, it's not just so easy for us to move on from a situation that we were involved in, but one or both of you were hanging on to something that you finally let go, and the higher power was like, okay, great, finally, you're both freed up. Now I can bring you your soulmate. I've been waiting to do this for you, and now you're both ready for it, and I can bring that into your life. So I definitely see this soulmate energy coming in very soon. This is indicating that it's going to be quick, but in the best way. It's something that you're both very ready for, you've both been waiting for. So even though it seems like it has taken a while to get here, the quickness of the situation is going to start as soon as you meet the person. So just continue to be patient. I know that you have the strength and the ability to do that because you've been very good with that so far. So continue to be patient. It's coming to you very soon, and when it does, it's just going to sweep you off your feet, and it's definitely going to be the love that you have been looking and waiting for. So I really hope that this offered you some clarity, and if it did, I would appreciate if you would subscribe down below and give the video a like as well. And thank you very much for watching. Hi Group 2, if you chose Pile 2, then this is your message. And we are going to be talking about what you can expect in the week ahead. So let's get your cards laid out here. For Tarot, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Five of Wands. From the Romance Angels, we have You Deserve Love. From the Moonology Oracle, Adjustments Are Required. And the Wisdom Oracle, we have Loyal Heart. Okay, so right now, you are feeling insecure, and we're going to get to the bottom of why as we go through the cards here, but so far what I'm seeing is you are in a relationship, and if that doesn't resonate with you, this might not be your message, and you may need to choose another pile because this is a pretty specific message. But you are in a relationship that you are feeling insecure, and I believe you are questioning whether or not the person that you are with is lying to you, being deceptive, or even just going behind your back, being with somebody else. There's something that you feel like there's information that you're not being let in on. They're holding something back from you is how you're feeling, and it's causing you to be very worried, very insecure. Possibly you're not treating the person that you're with very well right now because you're so worried that they're doing something wrong to you that it's hard not to be a little bit rude or short with this person, because if you have reason to believe that they're lying to you or they're going behind your back, whether or not they actually are, if there's something that you're feeling that is causing you to believe that, it's understandable that you're not just going to be sunshine and rainbows every time you're with this person. It's like there's this underlying worry and possible sadness and anger that's causing you to not be your cheerful, friendly self with this person, or even your loving self, because I do believe that you are in a relationship with this person. So the love and the care that you have for them is being really covered up by this underlying anger and fear that you have. So that's why the Five of Wands is showing up, because that's causing chaos for you in this relationship. Possibly even the fact that you're being not yourself with this person. You're being maybe possibly rude or just not very loving towards them because you're convinced that they're doing something behind your back. It could be causing a lot of arguments, especially if you are accusing this person of these things, and whether or not they are willing to admit to lying to you. That could just be that it's causing a lot of tension on the relationship, because accusations usually lead to an argument whether or not the person is guilty. Because if you accuse someone of lying and they can get pretty defensive, especially if they're going to keep trying to lie to you. It's like they stand their ground. So they just get defensive, and it can turn easily into an argument. On the other hand, if you accuse somebody of something that you think they're doing and they are not doing that, that can cause an argument just as much, because they get defensive of the fact that they aren't doing it, and then they're upset because it's like, I'm sure someone has accused you of doing something that you are not actually doing, and it's like, it's frustrating, because then you have to like plead your case to somebody that believes that you're doing something wrong and that you haven't even done anything wrong. So that's really frustrating to have to defend yourself when you're not even guilty. So there's a lot of arguing happening right now in the relationship. And it's caused by whatever it is that this person is doing that's making you think that they're lying or going behind your back. Maybe it's just the fact that they haven't been spending as much time with you, or they don't, you text them and it takes them a long time to text you back or to call you back, and you're convinced that that means that they're with somebody else, or they're doing something that they shouldn't, or maybe you have caught them in a lie, as far as just you ask where they were and they say they were at one place, so that isn't true, because maybe like they say they were with their friend, and then you ask their friend and they're like, no, I wasn't with that person that day. Like, there's something here that is causing you to actually believe that they are not being honest with you. So of course that's going to cause arguments, because you're upset and you're trying to get the truth out of them, and either they don't want to tell you the truth, they want to keep lying, or they're telling you that they aren't doing anything wrong and that is the truth, but that's not good enough for you to, like, it's like you ask if they're lying and they say they are not lying, but it's like, okay, but that just, your story isn't adding up, so I can't believe you. I see, though, that this relationship does Sorry, I had to clear my throat, but um, I see that this relationship does have the ability to be successful. And what that is telling me is that this person is not doing anything wrong. So this card would not be showing up if there was something that you needed to know. And, I would be very honest with you if it looked like they were lying, or if it showed up that they were being dishonest with you and they were going behind your back. But that's not what I'm being shown with these cards. What I'm being shown is whatever the situation is right now, as far as if this person looks like they're being suspicious, or it seems like they're lying, because it's like everything you're putting two and two together, and it's just it's adding up to them not being honest with you. Maybe you are looking into things too closely, or too, I don't know, you're bringing your insecurities into it. So maybe you have been lied to in the past, or somebody has hurt you in the past, and this person is doing something similar to what they did. So somebody in the past went behind your back and was with somebody else, let's say. And when they did that, they took an hour to text you back. Every time you would text them, an hour would go by and they might finally respond to you. So maybe now this person that you're with currently is doing the same thing. They are taking a long time to text you back. So that's bringing up that old insecurity of, oh, I know what happened last time. Like when this person took a long time to text me back, that meant they were with somebody else. So I have to put my guard up. They're lying. You're getting in your head, but I'm not seeing this situation as that, because this is showing success, and the relationship would not be able to be successful if this person was actually going behind your back, because I know people do forgive when somebody does lie to them, or somebody does actually go behind their back and be with somebody else. But I can tell that you're not the type of person that would be willing to forgive something like that, which that I totally understand. That makes sense, that you wouldn't ever feel comfortable trusting that person again, so you wouldn't be able to forgive that. That's okay. But that's not happening here. And the relationship does have the ability to be successful if you allow it to be, and you accept the fact that there is something else going on that is making it seem like this person is lying to you, or they're seeming like somebody that you used to be with, and it's like there's something else happening that isn't as bad as it looks. And I believe this card, it says, you deserve love. You are lovable. I believe that this card is showing up just to remind you that no matter what insecurities you're carrying with you from these past situations, that doesn't make you any less of a lovable person. And just because people have hurt you in the past, they may have broken your trust, they may have betrayed you, you're still very lovable. And the person that you're with currently, they do care about you. And I don't see the situation being the same as the ones that you have been through in the past. So this card is just showing up to remind you that you deserve love, and don't let your past experiences get in the way of the happiness that you could very well currently be feeling if you would only get out of your head and see that there are a lot more sides to each situation. It's not so black and white that if this person does this specific action, they're lying. If they do this specific thing, they're going behind your back. Like, that's not always just so black and white and for sure. So just keep in mind that you are lovable. That's what this is wanting to let you know. So this says adjustments are required, and these are adjustments within yourself. You have to deal with these insecurities in such a way that it's not going to keep causing such chaos in your relationship. So this may be working within yourself on these insecurities that you're carrying with you, and not putting all of that pain onto this person that you're currently with, not accusing them of doing the same thing that somebody else did to you, because that eventually, if this person is not doing anything wrong, they are not going to want to spend the rest of their lives being blamed for things that somebody else did to you. And this person is not going to hurt you the same way that the past hurt you. So don't let your insecurities get in the way of what you could have now, or actually cause this situation to end, cause this relationship to end because of what somebody else did to you. Because that's just continuing to allow that past person to keep hurting you. Because now, not only did they hurt you while you were with them, but they're causing issues in your current life, and they're not even around anymore. So that's something that you need to adjust within yourself, and try to stay in the current moment. So even when this person does things that remind you of your past, and you feel like you're being information is being withheld from you, stay in this moment. Remember who you're dealing with. You're not dealing with these past people that hurt you. You're dealing with this current situation, and this person is not your ex. It's not the people that you've dealt with before. And the really good news is, with this loyal heart card showing up, this is an indication that the people in your life currently are being very loyal to you. So this card is just here. It's just showing up as a indication that this success for this relationship that you're currently in is very possible. And even though it seems like this other person is the one that is causing all of these issues for you, I'm sorry to say, but you do need to take a look at yourself as well. As I was just saying, look at what thoughts and emotions you're allowing to show up for yourself that are not based in the current situation, and they're not based on what the person that you're with currently is actually doing. Look at what is bringing up old feelings and old thoughts, and deal with those within yourself. Don't pin those on this other person, because we do see here that this person is loyal. So don't make them pay for somebody else's mistakes. That's really what I'm seeing here. So it sounds like you have a little bit of work to do within yourself, but the person that you are currently with does care about you. And I believe that if you are willing to do this inner work, they will be there to support you, and they will just be happy to move on from this stage that you're feeling insecure and there's a lot of arguing going on. They'll be very happy if you're willing to work with them and move on with the relationship and being together and being happy again and trusting them. So I really hope that this offered you some clarity. It was a very specific message, as I said. So if it did resonate with you, you can leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to hear that. If this was your specific situation, I would love to hear how that worked out for you. And I would appreciate if you would subscribe down below and give the video a like too. And thank you very much for watching. Hi Group 3, if you chose Pile 3, then this is your message, and we are going to be talking about what you can expect in the week ahead. So let's get all your cards laid out here. And for tarot, we have the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. The Romance Angels, we have Retreat, the Moonology Oracle, Meditate and Contemplate, and the Wisdom Oracle, Message in a Bottle. Okay, so you have been feeling very left out, and information has been withheld from you, and this most likely has to do with a relationship. Something is going on that you have had a suspicion about, and you have been trying to get to the bottom of the situation. You've been trying to get as much information as you can before you just jump to a conclusion about the situation. But, like I said, the information being withheld from you is not allowing you to see the truth of the situation. So, the person that you're dealing with, they are specifically making sure that the information is not being brought to you. So, someone is not being honest with you. And I'm sorry to say that, but someone is hiding something from you. And the reason I say that is because we also have the Seven of Swords, which is a pretty good indication that someone is sneaking around and not being honest. We see him here, he's sneaking away with these swords, and he just looks like he's being very, sneaky and deceptive. And it's just, this is a card very much about dishonesty, and it kind of just goes pretty well with this Five of Pentacles, that whatever it is that you've been feeling that is not trusting someone fully because they seem pretty suspicious, this is indicating that you're probably right. And just the same, Group 2 was also a very specific message today, and this probably will be as well. So if it doesn't resonate with you, I'm sorry. You can try to choose another pile, but this is a very clear message of somebody that is knowingly hurting you and lying and just going behind your back and not being honest with you and being very unfair to you, because all you're trying to do is figure out what it is you're missing. What information is it that you're not catching on to, because this person may be displaying some very shady behavior as far as they disappear for long periods of time and then eventually they get back with you. like I said, this could very well be somebody that you're in a relationship with. So, or somebody even that you're just looking to get into a relationship with. This is a warning that, yes, whatever it is that you feel that you have been not really seeing, but you've been trying to figure out what it is that you're missing in the situation. It's seeming like they're lying to you, and you're trying to figure out what it is they're lying about, and just, you're very confused, and that is because this person wants you to be basically confused. They want you to be left out of the information because they're not being honest about something. And sadly, with this Eight of Cups, I see this as you. And what this is someone walking away from a very emotional situation. We see all of these cups here, which in tarot, of course, has to do with emotions. We see all of the cups. We see this person, though, totally turning their back on all of this emotion and walking in the total opposite direction. This is just showing to me that whatever it is that you have been thinking is going on or worried about that this person is lying to you about, it probably is. And if that is the case, it is time for you to walk away in whatever capacity that is. Whether you never got into the relationship with the person, you were just kind of starting a relationship and you already are starting to see signs, it's going to be a lot easier for you in the long run to end it now. And if you already are in the relationship, and that's why there's so much emotion involved here, it's not necessarily going to be the easiest decision for you, but it's going to be the healthiest to walk away, because someone is hurting you, and that is just not where you need to be, because nobody needs to be in a situation, of course, that they're being lied to or betrayed or whatever whatever the case. That's not a good situation for anybody to be in, but especially since you have all of these emotions invested, it's going to hurt you to stay more than it is to walk away from the situation, because as bad as it hurts to have to leave someone that you care about, if they're not the right person for you, and if they are willing to lie to you and be deceptive with you, that's not the right person for you, and it's a lot more painful to stay, because then you're not really going to be able to fully trust this person again, and that's going to just always have this underlying resentment and tension on the relationship. It's usually better if you can just walk away from the situation and eventually heal from it and try to start with somebody new that wouldn't be willing to lie to you, and they would be able to just be honest with you and be committed to you and only you. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is to walk away from this situation. And I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's just what I'm seeing here. Because we also have the Retreat card, and it says it's time to disconnect from the world. So as far as this situation is concerned, this is stepping away from this specific situation and this specific person. So this is just a total disconnect from this relationship. This person is probably going to try to get you to stay with them, because if they're the type of person that's willing to lie to you while you are still together, they are probably also the type of person that's willing to keep up with the lies to get you to stay around. So if you confront this person with their lies, they may continue to lie. They might say, like, no, you're wrong, that's not true. Even if you have all of the evidence that they're lying, they'll say, well, no, you're seeing it wrong, you're not seeing the situation. If they're a dishonest person, they're going to continue to be dishonest throughout the whole process. I don't see this person admitting to lying and being a strong enough person to admit to the lies and get past it, because we do see that you need to walk away, and that is just a matter of you taking the time for yourself to heal from the pain that this is going to cause you. Because as I said, it's not going to be easy, but it is going to be the best thing for you. So this says meditate and contemplate. This is really about getting in touch with your feelings, and you have probably had a gut intuition that this person is being dishonest. So I don't see you being the type of person that would just accuse someone out of the blue of being dishonest. Like just say one day you wake up and you decide that you think they're lying to you. I don't think that's what you're doing at all. I believe that they have been giving you these subtle clues that they are not being honest with you completely, and you're the type of person that you're intuitive enough to pick up on subtle clues. So they might be good at lying. I know that sounds bad, but they might be like able to fool some people with their lies, but you are not able to be fooled because you pick up on these things. So this is just showing you that you need to really look at these gut feelings that you're getting from this person and from the things that they're doing, and really give them the recognition that they deserve. Because if you're blessed with the ability to use your intuition like that, that's really a gift. Some people can't do that. So really look within yourself, see what those gut instincts are telling you, and give that some validation within yourself. Let yourself know that if you have this deep down feeling and things aren't adding up for you, there's probably some truth to that. There's probably some validity to that. So give that to yourself. Go within yourself and see what you need to do for yourself to understand that it is actually a good thing to find out that somebody is being dishonest with you in the long run. So that way you can make the decision that you need to make, and you can eventually heal from it and be with the right person that wouldn't do that to you. So this message in a bottle card, it's about receiving a sign or some information that you need to receive. So this could actually be as literal as finding out factual evidence that this person has been lying to you, whether that be someone else coming to you and telling you, hey, I know something about this person that you're with. I know what they've been doing, and they haven't been honest with you. And or it could just come in the form of you finding out for yourself. So you see them somewhere that they said they weren't going to be, or you look, their phone goes off and you see it's a message from somebody that they claimed they weren't actually talking to. Whatever the case, information is going to come to you that you may not want to see. I'm not going to lie. It might not be something that you want to know, but it is something that you need to know because this is very much guided by the universe for you to find out. You have been waiting for this answer. You have been wondering if this person is dishonest. You haven't wanted to make a final decision whether or not they are lying to you because you didn't have all the evidence yet. But you're going to. You're going to get that evidence that you need to make that decision. And as I said, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be anything that you want to hear. It's not going to be, it's probably going to hurt you, and I hate to say that, but it's something that you need to find out now. So that way you can heal from it and get on with your life, get into better situations for yourself, and you will be happy. And the sooner that you can get out of this situation that is obviously hurting you and making you unhappy, the sooner you will get into the right situations that aren't going to cause you pain and make you feel betrayed and that you have to feel left out, feel like you're not getting this information that you need. So I really hope that if this message was for you and it did resonate with you, that it did it offered you some clarity, and it helped you kind of see something that maybe you've been waiting to see. So if it did offer you some clarity, I would really enjoy reading your comments down below. If you want to comment on this video and let me know if this message did help you in some way. And I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe down below and give the video a like. And thank you very much for watching.